Ernesto Londoño, Trippy, The Peril and Promise of Medicinal Psychedelics. Dive into a world where ancient traditions meet modern mental health solutions in A Trippy, The Peril and Promise of Medicinal Psychedelics, by Ernesto Londoño. This book explores the controversial yet compelling realm of psychedelic therapy, a landscape punctuated by vivid stories of transformation, skepticism, and challenge. As mental health crises escalate globally, figures like Robert, an Army veteran struggling with depression, are turning to unconventional methods like ayahuasca and ketamine for healing. The narrative unfolds through Londoño's immersive experiences, from profound personal insights in Brazil to witnessing the diverse realities faced by others across elite Costa Rican retreats and precarious Amazonian rituals. Prepare to navigate the promises and perils associated with psychedelic treatments, as this book not only investigates personal healing journeys but also broader societal and ethical implications of these potent substances.
Psychedelic Awakening. Robert, a battle-worn Army veteran, found himself in the heart of Austin, Texas, stepping into a world that promised healing and transformation. His weary soul longed for relief from the haunting shadows of depression and suicidal thoughts, which traditional antidepressants had only numbed, leaving him wandering like a ghost through life. Seeking solace beyond conventional medicine, Robert turned to psychedelic therapy, an emergent beacon amidst America's escalating mental health crisis. With mental health ratings plummeting and a soaring suicide rate, the allure of these unconventional treatments grows stronger. In this novel arena, Robert places his trust in Whitney, a guide with her own turbulent past of addiction and recovery. Her life's crossroads came through an encounter with bufo, derived from toad venom, which unraveled hidden layers of her being and redefined her existence. Now, Whitney dedicates herself to conducting transformative spiritual retreats, defying legal boundaries to embrace what she believes is vital work, rescuing lost souls from the brink of despair. Whitney's sessions lead participants through a labyrinth of sensations. They begin with the inhalation of rape, a tobacco snuff that ignites a fervent rush within them, followed by eye drops from the sananga plant, and Cambo's toad venom applied via small burns. It's a visceral journey marked by suffering, purging, and ultimately, revelation, each participant poised over a bucket, ready to release their inner burdens. Observing this intriguing scene was journalist Ernesto Londoño, whose presence was marked by familiarity more than shock. He could see the resilience in the participants' eyes, resonating with his own journey. He once stood at this same threshold, fueled by desperation and hope, ready to embrace the unpredictable power of psychedelics. In a quiet moment of insomnia, Londoño had found himself on a similar path, Googling ayahuasca retreats in Brazil, a step that would lead him to his own healing breakthrough. In this gathering, the shared pursuit of redemption, healing, and profound self-discovery binds them all. Robert's plunge into the depths of his mind through psychedelic therapy reflects a broader quest for many disillusioned by traditional approaches, seeking new ways to illuminate paths to recovery and renewal. Transformative Revelations. In the bustling city of Rio de Janeiro, Londoño seemed to be living the dream as the Brazil bureau chief for the New York Times. Yet, beyond career success, he grappled with an unsettling inner emptiness, unfulfilled by superficial pursuits. Intrigued by the promises of ayahuasca, a mystical Amazonian brew reputed for its profound psychological effects, he decided to seek a deeper transformation. This led him to a 9-day retreat at Spirit Vine in Bahia, Brazil, an experience that demanded participants adhere to strict dietary and lifestyle changes. Apprehensive yet hopeful, Londoño entered a world that contrasted sharply with his journalistic life. The retreat's intense focus on introspection and healing initially seemed cult-like. Despite the unpleasant side effects and an initial experience that felt ordinary compared to the overwhelming revelations of others, he remained hopeful. Tentatively, he accepted a recommendation to increase his ayahuasca dosage for a potentially more profound insight. The decision proved pivotal. As the brew took effect, a cascade of vivid, emotional memories engulfed him, particularly those of his first romantic relationship and the ensuing heartbreak. In this altered state, Londoño achieved unprecedented clarity, unraveling tangled threads of his past concerning personal relationships, family ties, and career choices. The invisible connections between these facets of his life were suddenly illuminated. Upon returning from the retreat, the psychological and physical shifts within him were tangible. He embraced a quieter, more mindful life, shunning previous indulgences and adopting meditation. Remarkably, sans medication, even his blood pressure stabilized. This journey with ayahuasca had not only reshaped his perspective but propelled him into exploring broader narratives surrounding psychedelic experiences, driven by his journalistic curiosity. In Londoño's case, ayahuasca became more than just an experience, it was a catalyst for lasting transformation, offering a renewed sense of purpose and alignment in his life. The Ayahuasca Gamble. Nestled in the luxurious confines of Costa Rica, Rhythmia promises an extraordinary ayahuasca journey, pricing its week-long retreats at around $6,000. For the affluent seekers, it offers a comfortable haven away from the raw wilderness of the Amazon. The lure is magnetic, every participant is assured a life-altering miracle. Yet, this seductive offer hides a complex reality. Visitors like Londoño, initially wary of the bold promises and aggressive upselling tactics, witness both exuberant breakthroughs and disturbing lows. Despite well-publicized success stories, including those of celebrities, the center's approach raises alarms. Guests find themselves targeted with pitches for costly stem cell treatments and aftercare programs, which can drive expenses well beyond expectations. The push to invest nearly $700,000 for an ownership stake borders on exploitation, especially for those vulnerable under the influence of psychedelics. Among the narratives Londoño uncovered is Jenna's, a story that serves as a cautionary tale. Inspired by celebrity testimonials, Jenna, a single mother from Arizona, hoped to unearth her life's purpose through the transformative power of ayahuasca. She managed to gather the substantial fee, aiming for the miracle Rhythmia advertised. Her first retreat, far from enlightening, plunged her into deepening anxiety, starkly contrasted by the celebratory transformations others appeared to enjoy. Despite her misgivings, the staff managed to coax her into trying once more, along with additional payments for aftercare. Her second visit spiraled into a nightmare. The promised miracle slipped further from reach, leaving her grappling with paranoia and delusions. An episode by the pool, marked by screams and mental collapse, prompted a swift and covert response from Rhythmia's staff, medication and discreet removal. Upon returning to Arizona, deeply in debt and burdened by bankruptcy, Jenna faced the aftermath of her quest for self-discovery. While ayahuasca has the potential for profound insight, as seen with some of Rhythmia's clientele, Jenna's ordeal underscores the unpredictable nature of such journeys. Her experience sheds light on the darker side of this retreat that markets miracles while veiling the risks. Both caution and curiosity weave through Rhythmia's narrative, leaving one to wonder which side fate doles out in the quest for change. Dangers in the Amazon. Imagine seeking healing in the heart of the Amazon, surrounded by pristine nature, and hoping to mend past traumas through traditional rituals. This is what drew Michelle and others to a remote Peruvian retreat to partake in Cambo, a frog venom ceremony promising profound cleansing, whether through emotional release or physical purging. Despite the daunting process, many participants clung to the hope of healing from depression and past sexual trauma, guided by Victor, a seemingly kind and charismatic shaman. As the ceremony unfolded, the participants formed a bond, sharing hopes and fears. Yet beneath the surface of this spiritual quest lurked darker intentions. Victor's once friendly demeanor shifted to unwelcome advances, culminating in Michelle's rape. Disoriented by the grip of psychedelics and the isolated setting, Michelle grappled with doubt but ultimately understood the violation that occurred. When Michelle shared her ordeal, she learned she wasn't alone. Another woman had suffered the same fate, unraveling Victor's facade of spiritual guidance. Confronted, Victor denied at first, then pleaded for forgiveness, revealing a dangerous blend of cultural misunderstanding and exploitation. Sarah, a wise indigenous healer, advised silence to protect the community's economic stability. The women chose to escape quietly, fearing the impact of public accusation. However, their online revelations exposed a troubling pattern of abuse. Anthropologist Daniela Peluso has documented these alarming trends at shamanic retreats. Such incidents are often rooted in cultural misunderstandings where Western women romanticize the shaman role, unaware of local customs that may lead to expectations of receptivity to advances. Amidst these risks, U.S. travel advisories warn citizens of the perils accompanying these spiritual retreats in Peru, explicitly highlighting the threats of sexual assault and violence, casting a dark shadow over the search for healing. Journey of Insight. In the U.S., accessing psychedelic treatments like ayahuasca often requires traveling abroad or seeking underground options, with legal risks for those assisting. Despite legal hurdles, interest in psychedelics is growing, fueled by their potential to address mental health challenges like depression. Ayahuasca's role in this field is intriguing yet complex, as illustrated by Londoño's experiences. While it didn't cure his depression, it did reshape his understanding of it, revealing depression as a network of negative thoughts that can be reconfigured. This epiphany was a catalyst for him, guiding him towards practices such as meditation that deepened his self-awareness. Ayahuasca also highlighted Londoño's unmet emotional needs and his struggle to form connections, ultimately paving the way for personal transformation. Today, he has found love and peace, not miraculous cures but significant improvements. Though psychedelic experiences carry inherent risks, their potential benefits are compelling for many seeking change. For individuals like Londoño, the insights gained are not just enlightening, they offer a new lens through which to navigate life's complexities.
Ernesto Londoño's Trippy, The Peril and Promise of Medicinal Psychedelics, offers nuanced reflections on the transformative potential and inherent risks of psychedelic therapy. Through personal anecdotes and investigative journalism, readers gain insight into how substances like ayahuasca can catalyze profound self-realization and emotional recalibration. However, the book does not shy away from the darker sides: commercial exploitation, cultural misappropriation, and the serious risks of harassment and mental instability. Londoño's journey suggests psychedelics are not cure-alls, but tools that, when safely and ethically harnessed, can enrich personal growth and understanding. Ultimately, the book invites readers to consider whether these consciousness-expanding encounters might have a rightful place in mainstream mental health narratives, balancing hope with healthy skepticism.